Hello everybody, thank you for being here and thank you for subscribing. I want to give a special thanks to Natalie, living outside the cult, for posting my video about nightmares on her show, and very thankful for that. I didn't expect it, and it just shows how tight this community really is. So today we're going to do another interview. And these questions are based off a subscriber. The person is Sue Irwin, and my wife wrote down the questions, and she's going to ask them to me. And yeah, we'll get started.
Hello. So question number 1. Did you still have communication with your family and friends outside the cult?
No, unfortunately. I don't know if it's just my ways, but I just left my old friends behind, like where I grew up in Taunton, Massachusetts. I remember just having a small clique of tight friends. And when I left. When I went to Boston, I left in less than 24 hours. And I'd never talked to them really since, maybe once.
But with your immediate family, you still have communication.
Yeah, with the immediate family, sure. Not as much, for sure. Like I'd go down to my parents' house probably every weekend. Mainly because they had the internet, and that was new at the time. You know, early 2000s or late 90s rather. And the communication was there, but I was in my own world, in my own Scientology world, and they were just, blogs, which is horrible to say.
But when you get out and you move here to Florida, did you still have communication with your immediate family?
Oh yeah,
daughter,
definitely. With my ex-wife, yeah, and then with my daughter, for sure. And my parents were in communication with me when I moved here. They were really nice and understanding.
Yeah. Okay, question number 2. Did they ever tell you to leave your family or your friends? That you were in a cult? That they give you a warning when you were there? Your family and friends?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I remember, and I was very stubborn. I remember my sister first showing me at her college at the time. She showed me something on the internet, and she showed me... no, she spoke up too. Like, oh, it's a cult, and it's something of that nature, and I was just being stubborn and saying, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Because you were believing.
And yeah, exactly. And I was holding a Ron bag in my hand too. It was... I can't remember which one it was, but anyway.
Question number 3. How many Sea Org members and staff were at your organization? And what years? Around what year?
So I was on Boston Day. That's Boston, Massachusetts. And I was there from early 96. Right before the golden age of tech. So I was part of that whole thing. And I went all the way through, I think, like 2011. So I went through the whole new book cycle. I was actually the BSO for the new basics. Briefly, probably not even a year. But it was rough. I did go to wherever they took us for training, somewhere in California. And... yeah, I don't know if I'm answering the question.
If they were like Sea organization members there around Boston,
you had your
Scientology there.
You had your flag members, like the flag representative.
Okay.
And, there might have been 1 or 2 others that came to our org just to throw events.
And they did like a special reunion or conference, like when they come along.
Yeah, events.
Yeah?
Yeah, events. But so the number of staff, was that's a good question. Because you have to look, and I have to bring myself back to that muster room. I'd say around 25, but I could be off. It wasn't large.
And they were treating like royalty, right?
Well, no, there's so
There.
much. There's so much stress there.
Yeah.
There's so much stress, and nobody there is. Maybe a couple are treated like royalty, like the auditor, the OT3 auditor.
And when this stuff or CR members visit.
Oh yeah, you treat them with royalty. Absolutely.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they ever did something for you guys, like a conference of hope or?
No, never. No, never. That would be a waste for them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So question number 4: Did you still live in the same area as the organization you attend?
No, I don't. I actually, when I disconnected from Scientology, I moved to Florida, so I disconnected physically. I didn't disconnect mentally until about 2013, 2014.
So question number 5: From the time you left till now that you know, I'm sorry, because she rephrased it. Let me rephrase it. From the time you left till now, do you know more or know about people that left since you left, or you don't have any communication?
No, I don't have any communication. I mean, I had some good friends there. I did. I won't say any last names, but Nils, he was amazing. He was such a good guy. I would love to talk to him again, but I just run the risk of making him upset or unnecessary turbulence if he's still stuck in there.
But you do have phone calls of a person that you met. You don't have to say name, like the particular gentleman that it was like trying to lure you again, right?
Yeah,
it's still happening.
Pretty rarely, but.
Yeah. So question number 6: What did you think when they would say the church is expanding?
Well, this has been talked about by other people being interviewed or on YouTube. Is you think it's just your org that's not, or you think like, man, how come we can't do it? Because it shows that the propaganda is real propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Like they make it look
spend
like
money. Mm-hmm.
They make it look like it is, and I would just be a fool and say, wow, they give you hope. Because you're like, oh, I am doing, I am doing something.
So by the time you were there, by the timeline you were there, do you feel that they were expanding?
No, hell no.
No, it was like stuck.
Oh, big time. Yeah. It was completely stuck.
And then now we're seeing fall, gratefully.
Yeah, right.
So question number 7: Was your organization doing well at the time you were there? It's almost like the same.
No, definitely not.
No. What pointers you can tell me that make you feel in that time that they were not doing well?
Well, that time they were regging all of the public for lots and lots of money for the ideal org, and the stress level was insane. If you were a public there, you couldn't escape being asked for money, and hard too. And if you said no, you would be off purpose, and you'd be looked down upon, and they'd shame you and,
constantly.
Oh yeah, constantly.
But they don't give you the tools to do well. They just shame you.
Well, they say they do.
Bark at you.
Scientology business technology or Scientology money, knowledge is supposed to be superior. It's a joke, but
yeah, they never handle your anxiety.
No.
You were smoking like a, like a sailor. Like Okay, so that's for the questions.
Did I answer that last one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you want to ask?
Well, regarding the last question, what pointers did you see that they were not doing good?
The morale. My morale was horrible. The morale of the group. You'd see the different staff members. Some of them are just struggling, just like me. Being forced to do overnight security.
Like you.
Yep. And that kind of thing.
They forced you to stay. Like, for example, you were in a staff meetings with a quota. You tell me, can you talk to me about that? Like, because when you always talk about that, you said that you were so nervous when you had to, like, the morning meetings that you had the quota and the staff.
We all know any ex-staff member or current staff member who's watching this, hope you are, is the staff meetings were so
nerve-wracking.
It was nerve-wracking, that's the word. Mm-hmm. You'd have to go up there and explain your crash stats, even though they crashed because of other reasons that won't be accepted, you know. And it was just a horrible experience. That's a lot of PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm realizing too, like, how sensitive some of these areas are.
Still, exactly.
Yeah, still, because I haven't looked at them or touched them in a while. So just looking at a staff meeting, I'm like, it's hard to talk about.
Mm-hmm. That's why I bring it, because there's some...
It's good to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, bit by bit.
Everybody's here to heal. Mm-hmm. And to reassure that you're worthy and God is in our lives, and all the people like that they want to liberate about evil, about cultish, and about what it brings, mental slavery, and yeah.
Totally.
So.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Love the questions. We'll answer them on a video. This is the quality of video that we have so far, so I just want to say, you know,
we're gonna get a new lighting.
It's not like I don't care or anything. Just this is what we got. And yeah. Okay. Thank you.